Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Early Bird. We're going to take a look at yesterday's games as both home teams prevail. Let's look at it coming up. All right, guys, let's get on it. Talk about yesterday's games. Very, very interesting game out west, to say the least. But we will first just look at the scores and work our way into it, as we had a very important game out east, and we got a series there. Let's take a look at it now. All right, so Carolina have yet to win on the road. Now that's becoming a concern. I thought Carolina would win this game, and the Rangers won it going away. And they're going to get the goaltending, and Carolina better be up to the task of winning all their home games, it looks like, in this series. Otherwise, the Rangers just might make it to the Final Four this year. This Rangers team has semifinals written all over it right now. We'll see. But again, very impressive win by the Rangers. They are right back in this series now. And out west, what a game this was. Edmonton jumps out 3-0 in the first. Calgary come back, tie it 3-3. And then Edmonton score a late one and an empty net goal to win that one there. This Western battle is something else. This is really... Calgary might have deserved a bit better fate yesterday, but the truth is they're just not getting stellar goaltending. And I know some Flames fans don't like hearing that, but they're not. You're just not getting stellar goaltending. So far, Smith has been the better goalie in the series, so far. But Calgary are home for 2 of the next 3. They got to win one road game. It's not impossible. Calgary could do this. If I would expect Markstrom next game to really show up. That's just my gut feel. I think Markstrom, because he did look to really settle down when it was 3-0 and kept them in it. But when you give up early goals and a bad play and, just a heartbreaking loss for Calgary because they came back, Let's look out east. Here we go. Rangers defeat Hurricanes in Game 4, even second round series. Did they ever? And the numbers, pretty even numbers, but again, they're dominating on the faceoffs, Carolina. That has to be alarming for New York. But anyway, 31-28 shots in net for Carolina. They dominate the faceoff circle again, 65% to 35. 0 for 2 on the power play. The Rangers 1 for 4. Not many hits by the Hurricanes again, 23. The Rangers threw out 30. Blocks pretty even, 12 for the Hurricanes, 13 for the Rangers. And the Hurricanes had 19 giveaways, which is uncharacteristic for them. But the Rangers again with a ton of giveaways at 29. And the shots on goal. First period, 12-8 Rangers. Second period, 12-8 Carolina. Third period, 11-8 Carolina for a 31-28 edge for the game. Now, this Rangers team, if you're going to beat them, okay, you're not going to beat them because of poor goaltending. It's not going to happen. Carolina have got to somehow figure a way to win on the road, or they're going to bow out again early this year because as good as this could be a good run, winning 7 playoff games, let's say if they win one more and then bow out to the Rangers somehow after, I don't know. I'd be concerned if I was a Carolina fan right about now that they cannot. I know they haven't lost at home, but they haven't won on the road. You're not going to win a Stanley Cup without winning road games. You have to win on the road. And Carolina, so far, it's weird. We got a little of everything going on everywhere, this year in the playoffs. Carolina haven't lost at home. Are they the only undefeated home team? I believe they are. Just off the top of my head, I'm not going to start thinking about it. It'll take me 5 minutes to figure that out, but I'm pretty sure they are. And I believe they're the only team who haven't won on the road also. So it's just, you got everything this playoff, guys. But in this game, again, solid goaltending, Shesterkin. And Carolina have their hands full now. Now they let the Rangers back in this series. This is not good news for Carolina. We'll see what happens back in Carolina. All right, let's get out to this West game. This was a blast. Here we go. Oilers hold off Flames in Game 4, extend lead in Western second round. Let's get a look at these numbers. The Flames outshot them 32-26. They were better on the faceoff as well, 57-43. 1 for 3 in the power play. The Oilers were 2 for 4. The hits, hard-hitting affair. 40 hits for the Flames, 42 for the Oilers. Very fast-paced, hard-hitting game. Very good game. 11 blocks for Calgary, 23 for Edmonton, and most of those blocks were under pressure because Calgary was coming at them. They were passing very well in this game, Calgary. And the giveaways, 16 for Calgary, 18 for Edmonton. And the shots on goal, 13-9 Calgary in the first, 7-7 split in the second, 12-10 Calgary in the third for that 32-26 for the game. This is a heartbreaking loss for Calgary, okay? They came back. You'd think they're going to win the game, right? The minute they tied it 3-3, you're like, uh-oh, like Edmonton let this one slip away. But Smith made some big saves when he had to. And this, I believe, is the difference in the series so far is it wasn't that Markstrom wasn't good after 3-0. He was solid. But you can't be solid after 3-0. You have to be solid 60 minutes. And I'm expecting Markstrom to have a real bounce-back game in Calgary. This is just a gut feel I'm going with, and I really think that Gaudreau and Tkachuk got to wake up. They got to wake up. If they're going to get back in the series, you can't have Tkachuk looking as invisible as he did yesterday. He looked invisible out there yesterday, I got to say. He did. Gaudreau, you could see. He was out there doing his thing, getting shots. But what did Tkachuk have? A shot on goal, one hit. It's so uncharacteristic of his game. He wasn't even playing physical like I thought he would, going into this game. I thought he'd be the force that they'd have to be dealing with Edmonton in this game. This is going to be really, really, I think I could still see that going 7. So Edmonton better watch themselves. If they're going to close out this series, I think they might have to do it on home ice. I got to feel Calgary's going to win next game. I can't see Edmonton beating them 4 straight games. But since Calgary scored 9 goals, they've lost 3 games in a row, guys. And that is goaltending. Sorry, Calgary, but it is. Calgary need to get a game where Markstrom is closing the door like Vasilevsky does. He needs a game like that to get his confidence going, to get himself back into the series, and really just to shut the door and say, no, we're getting back in this series, Edmonton. No, we're getting back in. And, he's more than capable, as we know. So we'll see what Markstrom does next game on home ice. That's my thing there. Now I'll go quick nutshells here. Edmonton, let's go to, again, the Carolina thing now. The pressure's on Carolina now. It's not on the Rangers no more. It's all on Carolina. They have to respond at home. But you know what? They're due to lose a home game. You guys know how it works in the playoffs. Sooner or later, you're going to cash in all your chips, and you can't keep winning every home game. So Carolina, if they're going to win this series, will win next game. I think whoever wins next game is going to win the series in that series. That's just my feel there. The Rangers don't look very scared or intimidated. They know they got a great goalie. They're in good shape. They're definitely... This will most likely go 7, I'm guessing. It's most likely going to go 7. Now this West game, again, it's going to come down to Markstrom. Will he show up? He can't be having a save percentage like .860 or something going into a pivotal game where the season's on the line. He just can't. So I'm guessing Markstrom next game is going to close the door. Or the Oilers are going to have nothing of it. McDavid's going to do his thing one more time. They can't shut McDavid down, Calgary. That's obvious. And the truth is, they shut McDavid down yesterday. They kind of did. It wasn't like McDavid played bad. That's not what I'm saying. But he looked human at least yesterday, And he still got 2 assists. So he found his way to still get 2 points, even though there was no just awesome rush where he just shot in an empty net or deked out a guy. He didn't do any of that stuff yesterday, but he didn't need to. This was a real tight playoff game. Calgary played Edmonton very smart, I thought. They held them at bay, their offense, and they still wound up getting 5 goals. What did they got? 20 goals in the series in 4 games, if I'm right? They got 20 goals, right? This is something that Calgary has to address next game. We're going to see if Calgary can hold them to 3 goals and under next game. 3, and I'm saying 3 to be fair. They need really 2. They got to get into Edmonton's head, their goaltending, and they're not. Edmonton doesn't look intimidated by Markstrom. And till Markstrom can do a game like that and really get into the Oilers' heads, Calgary's not winning this series. But if they can get into the Oilers' heads, let's say Markstrom comes out and the Flames win like 3-0 next game. Hypothetically, we got a series. We got a series, because then coming back to Edmonton, they're going to be clutching the sticks a little tight because of what just happened the game before. We'll see if that happens. Let me close this, guys, before I close down. That's it, guys. The early bird is singing. I got to get out of here. I will see you folks tonight. I'm around all day today, so I got to get my other videos up this afternoon at some point. So I will be around when I get back at an earlier time, but I will be here. All right, guys, have a great day, and let's hope that we see another good game tonight, because this playoffs is just a treat to watch. It really is. I hope the Blues make a fight tonight in that game as well. All right, guys, see you then.